Episode 685. This was completely unexpected for Sun Shang. He quickly adjusted his view and looked ahead, only to see a character being knocked back in the same pose as him. Why does this scene look so familiar?
It's you!
Sun Shang quickly read the name above the character that had been sent flying, and at the same time he saw a beam of white light bathe the grappler. The white light surged forth, slow and unhurried, nothing like the healing spells Lord Grim would cast. A thin, pale wash of radiance swept over the target. Now that was the real deal, the work of a proper holy cleric.
Yeah, who else would it be?
Then he heard Yi Shu's voice.
Clerics have resurrection. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Damn, that's low.
Over on the other side, Lu Hao was hopping mad. Where the hell had their cleric gone? He finally understood. Turns out the priest had run off to perform a resurrection. That battle mage, the one who had lured Sun Shang away in the first place, was eventually caught and killed. But in the time it took to lure Sun Shang away, their side had suffered far heavier losses, 3 men down from a single squad, and now the enemy had calmly sent out their cleric, casually resurrecting the battle mage who'd fallen earlier. Lu Hao wasn't upset that the enemy had suffered less. It was that with this resurrection, they'd soon rejoin the fight, and the tide of battle would shift once more. 4 opponents. That was clearly the tipping point for this patch of weeds against Sun Shang. With 3, he could chain attacks and stack his battle will. But with 4, he'd be right back where he started, getting pummeled without a chance to fight back. Truly a golden opportunity not to be missed. Lu Hao's frustration and regret. He should have attacked Lord Grim. Why did he go along with Sun Shang's plan and target the elementalist instead? And just like that, a perfect opportunity went to waste. Sun Xiang couldn't pull off a clean, quick recover. San Lo Lan and Deception, the 2 he'd just knocked flying, were already coming back for him. Xiao Bei's battle mage and Ye Shi's grappler had already surged back into the fray. 4 against 1, 4 against 1, again. Lu Hao wanted to go to the rescue, but a figure flashed before him. Lord Grim had moved to block his path.
A chance not to be missed, as I said.
Yi Shu spoke calmly. With a real cleric on the field, Sun Shang was now facing 4 enemies alone. Self-preservation alone was a challenge. Let alone counterattacking for kills. That cleric had clearly already got the other 4 under control. Yi Shu seized the opening, pulled out his hand, and personally rushed over to intercept Lu Hao.
Geihai, keep dealing with them over there.
Yi Chu called out to Geihai ahead of him. The name wasn't actually Geihai's, but everyone still used the old ID to address him.
You want to fight me one-on-one?
Liu Hao's expression turned grave. With an 18-level advantage, if he couldn't take down Yi Chu here, he'd really be letting down the title of pro player. But his opponent was an unspecialized, someone who knew him inside out. Lu Hao couldn't afford to be careless.
Swap Xiao Bei in.
As it turned out, Yi Chu's words had a second half. He only bothered to respond to Liu Hao after finishing his sentence.
In a hurry. No time to duel you one-on-one.
Lu Hao was getting crushed, 2 against 1, and one of them was Ye Chu, someone he wouldn't dare guarantee he could beat in a one-on-one. And on top of that, they had a cleric. In the end, Lu Hao got stomped. Lu Hao had already steeled himself for this, but Sun Shang suddenly activated Battle Spirit, reigniting a spark of hope. For a moment, he even fantasized again about the thrill of crushing Ye Chu underfoot. But life is full of ups and downs like that. He hadn't even been happy for long before the tables turned again. Liu Hao wasn't counting on his people to turn things around. The enemy's battle mages just died and revived, topped off their mana and came right back. His own squad had been dead and gone for ages now. Who knew how long it'd take them to even show up? As for calling Chen Yehui over, that held no meaning for Liu Hao. He didn't want to be rescued. He wanted to turn the tide. Even if Chen Yehui brought an entire army, it wouldn't matter. It'd just give him more people to embarrass himself in front of. Though none of them likely knew his real identity, Ye Shu didn't waste a single word on Lu Hao. He'd already launched into the fight, and after a few exchanges, he even spun his camera around, fighting Lu Hao with one hand while keeping an eye on the other battle, all while shouting pointers to the four over there. Textbook multitasking. Lu Hao was so furious he could practically spit blood, but there was nothing he could do about it. He wished he could just one-shot Lord Grimm with a single sword strike, but the problem was he couldn't. And even if he could, his own situation right now wasn't much better than Sun Shang's. Once the enemy battle mage linked up with Lord Grimm, Lu Hao was completely helpless. He had zero experience dealing with an unspecialized playstyle. The battle mage he knew well enough, but the psychological shadow it cast was enormous. He'd been raised on getting wrecked by that class. Thankfully, the battle mage overhead didn't have the ID 1 Autumn Leaf. Otherwise, with such an advantage, Lu Hao figured he'd probably already be on his knees. With both of them beaten to a pulp like that, Lu Hao couldn't even muster up a face-saving remark. As for Sun Shang, this was hardly his strong suit. What he excelled at was provoking his opponent, but after being beaten to such a state, what provocation was there left to offer? Besides, his provocations had never once worked out for him.
Positions, Lu Lan, don't leave a gap. If you want to use a lob, bounce it off the wall. Jihai, you can push up a bit more, it's not dangerous. Deception, your DPS is terrible.
Ye Shu kept up a steady stream of reminders to the other four while fighting Lu Hao, not forgetting to include Little Bei at his side.
Don't keep thinking about pulling off a big move. He's not that bad. He won't give you an opening like that. Just play properly.
You could tell that from just that.
Xiao Bei was stunned.
These little tricks of yours, I invented them all, didn't you know?
Which trick?
You made a few changes, but in principle, it's the same thing.
Ye Shu simply started giving Xiao Bei a lesson on battle mage techniques.
See Sky Strike like this.
Ye Shu even threw in a demonstration.
He dodged it.
I'm level 52, buddy.
Not bad hands. Why didn't you tell me?
There was also someone chiming in from the sidelines, Tang Ru, who had been watching.
Haven't I said it before? I'm pretty sure I have.
No,
I definitely said it, you just forgot.
definitely not.
Want me to show you again?
Okay.
Watch closely.
Ye Shu said, repeating the same motion as he struck out once more.
Hit him. How come he didn't dodge this time?
Xiao Bei followed suit, mimicking the move.
Hey, I hit it too.
Xiao Bei was even more delighted.
Huh?
Ye Shu sensed something was off. The spell blade had been launched into the air, but he didn't follow up. Xiao Bei, however, pressed forward eagerly, chaining together move after move in one seamless flow.
Astonished. Hey, how did I suddenly get so strong?
Xiao Bei was stunned. Could it be that after that expert's guidance, he had suddenly broken through to some new realm? After all, the man before him was the vice-captain of Excellent Era's main team, a well-known figure in the pro scene, and yet he'd just been juggled in the air for that many hits.
Stop. Don't fight anymore.
Xiao Bei was puzzled, but obediently stopped attacking. Then Lu Hao's spellblade crashed heavily to the ground.
Huh? A pro?
Tingru asked. A pro player not even doing a quick recover, just hitting the ground like that. How disgraceful.